Let's be honest. If someone puts ketchup on pasta, there's always at least one person ready to gasp in horror. But at first glance, ketchup and tomato sauce seem almost the same. They're both red, both made from tomatoes, and both go great with food. So why is it such a crime to mix them up? Well, as simple as it sounds, the story behind ketchup and tomato sauce is surprisingly deep. It's about culture, chemistry, and even a bit of history. So today we're breaking down ketchup versus tomato sauce. What really separates them apart, from how they're made to how they're used, and even why their origins couldn't be more different. Let's get into it, right here, on History of Simple Things. If you lined up ketchup and tomato sauce side by side, you'd probably say the difference is obvious. Ketchup is thick, sweet, and tangy. Tomato sauce, on the other hand, is thinner, savory, and more complex. But the real difference starts before you even taste them. It's in how they're made. Ketchup isn't just mashed tomatoes in a bottle. It's actually a seasoned tomato condiment, made with a blend of vinegar, sugar, and spices like cloves, allspice, cinnamon, or even onion and garlic powder. It's designed to be bold, punchy, and sweet. Tomato sauce, though, has a completely different goal. It's meant to enhance a dish, not overpower it. It's cooked with herbs like basil, oregano, and thyme, often simmered for hours to bring out deep, rich tomato flavors. It's not supposed to stand alone. It's supposed to blend in. That's the first key distinction. Ketchup is a condiment, while tomato sauce is an ingredient. One's meant to sit on top of your food. The other's meant to be cooked into it. The word ketchup actually comes from the Hokkien Chinese word ketchup, which referred to a fermented fish sauce made from anchovies and spices. In the 17th century, British sailors encountered this sauce in Southeast Asia and brought the idea back home. But they didn't have the same ingredients, so they improvised. They started making their own versions using mushrooms, walnuts, and eventually, tomatoes. By the early 1800s, tomato ketchup became popular in the United States. Back then, it was more tangy and spicy than sweet. But when industrial food production took off in the late 19th century, companies like Heinz standardized the recipe. And that's when the ketchup we know today was born. It became sweeter, thicker, and shelf-stable thanks to vinegar and sugar. Tomato sauce, on the other hand, has a completely different heritage. Its roots trace back to Italy, where tomatoes, a New World fruit introduced from the Americas, became a kitchen staple in the 16th century. Italians began simmering them with herbs, olive oil, and garlic to create sauces for pasta and meat. Over time, this evolved into the countless variations of tomato sauce we know today: marinara, pomodoro, bolognese, and more. So while both ketchup and tomato sauce share tomatoes as their star ingredient, they come from entirely different culinary worlds. One was born from global trade and adaptation. The other grew out of Mediterranean tradition and home cooking. Let's talk about taste, because this is where chemistry takes the spotlight. Ketchup hits your taste buds with a perfect balance of sweet, salty, sour, and umami. That balance is carefully engineered. The sugar adds sweetness, the vinegar provides acidity, the salt enhances flavor, and the tomato paste gives it umami depth. It's a sensory bomb designed to make almost any food taste better. That's why ketchup is so addictive. It's scientifically designed to please your brain. It triggers multiple taste receptors at once, creating what food scientists call a complete flavor profile. Tomato sauce, meanwhile, takes a different approach. Instead of delivering an instant punch, it builds flavor through cooking. When you simmer tomatoes for a long time, you concentrate their natural sugars and acids. Add onions, garlic, and herbs, and you create a layered savory base. In other words, ketchup gives you instant gratification. Tomato sauce gives you slow-cooked satisfaction. Texture plays a huge role too. Ketchup is thick and uniform, that's intentional. Manufacturers use tomato concentrate and stabilizers to create that smooth squeeze bottle consistency. It's meant to cling to fries and burgers, not slide off. Tomato sauce, though, is usually more fluid and variable. Depending on how it's made, it can be chunky, smooth, oily, or runny. It's meant to coat pasta or meat evenly, not sit in a blob on top. And then there's the ingredient list. A typical ketchup bottle has tomato concentrate, sugar or high fructose corn syrup, vinegar, salt, and spices. That high sugar content isn't just for taste. It also helps preserve the sauce naturally, extending its shelf life without refrigeration. Tomato sauce, however, usually includes fresh or canned tomatoes, olive oil, onions, garlic, herbs, and sometimes meat. It's more natural, less processed, and almost always meant to be cooked or heated before serving. So, could you use ketchup instead of tomato sauce in a recipe? Technically, yes, but you probably shouldn't. If you try to use ketchup in place of tomato sauce, your dish will likely turn out far sweeter and more vinegary than intended. Imagine making spaghetti bolognese with ketchup. It'll taste more like candy than comfort food. At the end of the day, ketchup and tomato sauce might share the same main ingredient, but they couldn't be more different in personality. Ketchup is fast, bold, and ready to steal the spotlight, a sweet, tangy burst of flavor made for dipping, dunking, and drizzling. Tomato sauce is patient, complex, and comforting, a slow-cooked foundation that transforms whatever it touches. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.